Boulton is Australia's most respected exit strategy advisor and CEO of the Exit Strategy Group. Welcome to this week's segment.
Now, you'll have to forgive me for what might be a little crude to listen to, but, you know, business owners have been known to refer to due diligence as the entrepreneur's proctology exam. And as I said, it might be a slightly crude analogy, but it's a good representation of what it might feel like when a stranger pokes, prods, and looks inside absolutely every inch of your business. Most professional acquirers will have a checklist of questions that they need answered. And, you know, if they're considering buying your company, you'll want to have them, all these answers. Questions like, when does your lease expire and what are the terms? Do you have consistent, signed, up-to-date contracts with your customers and employees? Are your ideas, products and processes protected by a patent or trademark? What kind of technology do you use? Are your software licenses up to date? What are the loan covenants on your credit agreements? How are your receivables? Do you have any late payers or delinquent customers? Does your business need a license to operate? And if so, is your paperwork in order? Do you have any litigation pending? So, in addition to these objective questions, they'll also try and get a subjective sense of your business. And in particular, they're going to want to determine just how integral you are personally to the success of the business. Subjectively assessing how dependent the business is on you needs the buyer to do some investigative work, and it's much more an art than it is a science, and it often requires a potential buyer to use a number of tricks of the trade. So here they come, some of these. Trick number one, juggling calendars. By asking you to make last-minute changes to your meeting time, a buyer gets clues as to how involved you are personally in serving customers. If you can't accommodate a change request, the buyer may probe to find out why and try to determine what part of the business is so dependent on you that you have to be there. Trick number two, checking to see if your business is vision impaired. So a buyer may ask you to explain your vision for the business, which is a question that you should be well prepared to answer. However, they might ask the same question of your employees and key managers. And if your staff members offer inconsistent answers, the acquirer may take it as a sign that the future of the business is actually in your head and you haven't translated it to all your staff. Trick number three, asking your customers why they do business with you. A potential buyer might ask to talk to some of your customers. They'll expect, of course they will expect you to select your most passionate and loyal customers, and therefore they'll expect to hear good things. However, customers might be asked a question like, why do you do business with these guys? The buyer's trying to figure out where your customers' loyalties lie. If your customers answer by describing the benefits of your product or service or your company in general, that's good. If they respond by explaining how much they like you personally, that's bad. That's very bad. And trick number four, mystery shopping. Buyers often conduct their first bit of research behind your back, even before you know that they're interested in buying your business. They might pose as a customer, they'll visit your website, or they'll come into your company to understand what it feels like to be one of your customers. So make sure the experience your company offers every customer is tight and consistent, and try to avoid personally being involved in finding or serving brand new customers yourself. If any potential buyers see you personally as the key to wooing new customers, they'll be concerned that the business will dry up when you leave.
If you don't have a copy of Kerry's new book, The Uncensored Truth About Exit Strategies, please visit freeexitstrategybook.com.au.